She leaned in, placing a trail of kisses along Mewika's cheek and jawline. No. Mewika shook her head, leaning in to whisper teasingly against Aiwrin's ear. I'd rather save it for the bed. And with that, she wrapped both arms around Aiwrin's neck. Aiwrin smirked. That was all the encouragement she needed. There was no reason to keep teasing any longer. With a firm but controlled motion, she guided Mewika backward in sync with her movements, until she pushed her onto the plush bed. Mewika shifted to sit at the center, while Aiwrin swiftly closed the distance between them. They kissed again, this time in a seated position, with Mewika straddling her legs. Aiwrin slid her hands under Mewika's arms, wrapping them around her back to pull her in even closer. Her fingers traced over smooth skin, finally reaching the loosened ties at the back of the dress. She tugged at the strings, carefully unraveling them. The fabric loosened, slipping slightly as she let her hands roam over Mewika's back. Slowly, she slid one strap off Mewika's shoulder, pressing a kiss against the faint line the strap had left behind. Her lips trailed downward, her breath warm against Mewika's skin, as she repeated the motion on the other side. She took her time, savoring the moment, gently peeling down the bodice of the dress. The cool air of the room met Mewika's heated skin, sending a small shiver through her. Whether it was from the air conditioning or the anticipation of Aiwrin's next touch, she wasn't sure. What she did know was that the night was only just beginning. Slowly stepping down, looking down at the person who should have seen everything from the sight that was so close. She just couldn't see her own chest because Aiwrin's head was blocking it, with those lips were touching down. Ah! Feeling the rise from the lips that were attached to the top of the chest that no one had ever touched like this before. Feeling light, heart trembling, churning in the lower abdomen, and breathing erratically from getting to know her own desires that Mewika had never used before. The second touch on the same spot made her chest tremble violently, and the third time, she felt a tight, sucking force that made her lower body turbulent. Both hands that were supporting the soft cushion were supported by only one side. Mewika's left hand was raised up to place on that head, brushing the soft hair lightly, with the sound of breathing that got heavier every time. Raising the same hand up to bite her thumb lightly. When her head moved to the other chest and did the same thing as before, the touch that wasn't rushed, but instead made her feel light and restless at the same time. Mewika's slender arms were running out of strength, and she wanted to lie down so that Aiwrin could feel it fully. She let her lie down, but she was the one who held back. But when she pushed, Aiwrin stopped and looking at the person who her shoulder pressed down.
She knew the answer when Mewika moved quickly unbuttoned the remaining buttons of her suit jacket, spreading them open and hurriedly taking them off her arms. She helped shake them off and dropped them at the end of the bed. Seeing the eyes looking at the upper body that was revealed for her to admire, even though she was usually not shy easily, when it was Mewika's eyes, she felt a little shy. The emotions that were gradually being aroused by the slow touch until she had the opportunity could not be held back any longer. So Aiwrin pushed the other person down to lie down and pulled the dress that was stuck at the waist off. Aiwrin's face was buried on the smooth neck. Listening to the gasp in the throat when her lips were touching it only aroused her even more. Mewika arched her body and tilted her head up, accepting her touch to the fullest. Kissing under the chin that was so delicate and soft, the slender hand squeezed and kneaded the soft chest that made the person being touched even more breathless, alternating with the fingertips that sucked the sensitive spot with fun. Aiwrin kissed her lips again, before moving down, her lips occupying the part that was allowed to touch it, lifting her head to look at the thing